EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martin here with your outlook for July 16th, 2021. Georgia's Quick Stop Cafe sponsors the daily forecast video for Friday. As they do every single Friday, they are located in Marshalls Creek, Pennsylvania on Milford Road, which is also Route 209 near the Stroudsburg area in Monroe County. We have a very hot and humid day today, very sultry day, and for that reason, the National Weather Service has heat advisories up in the urban corridor right along on either side of I-95. And so it's going to be hot and humid just about everywhere today. We have a 90 to 94 degree temperature spread across the region today with heat indices that are going to be in the upper 90s near 100. So it's going to be pretty hot today. We've had several days of these like this now, so it's not like we're not used to it. We do have an isolated thunderstorm in the forecast, though, for areas mainly north of 78 today. And that's what this symbol is here for. I think we have a lot better of a chance once we get into Saturday. This cold front is going to be moving toward the region, but it's not going to be able to just move through like a normal cold front does, and that's because we still have a very large dome of high pressure sitting out here, the Bermuda High out in the western Atlantic, and that is keeping us very hot and humid for the next couple of days. And it's also keeping this front from just blasting through here like it does in the fall months. Like, it has no problem getting through in the fall with those deep troughs coming in and temperature changes. We don't have anything like that really pushing this and anchoring this like this in the middle of July. So today we have an isolated thunderstorm mainly in our northwest areas, again north of 78. And I'll show you that here on the European model. This is just showing you where it is. The isolated activity is generally up here today. As we get to the NAM high-res future simulated radar, starting us off at 2 o'clock in the afternoon and moving it forward. I got to stop here because this is going to bounce around here on me. 2 o'clock is right here. We move this forward. You can see some isolated and scattered activity, but you see where it is. It's mainly across north central, northeast PA. Again, not impossible to see something south of there, south of 78 and I-78. For those of you who do not ward over this on this map, I'll just draw it for you here. I-78 runs just about like this. Okay, so in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. So north of that line is where you get these the pop-up isolated to widely scattered thunderstorms possible today. And so this is where we're focusing our attention today on any storms. Now, I don't think it's going to be a lot of severe reports. Not impossible to see something go severe here, and it would be a wind damage threat if there were to be that. I think it's you're mainly dealing with a heavy rain threat as the primary threat here. Not only today, but this is going to be the theme tomorrow, too. Here is late as we get in the evening. You still have some activity going on here. Again, north of I-78 across north central, northeast PA for that activity, and northern New Jersey. And that goes right into the parts of the overnight. So that's what we're looking at for storm activity today. Again, south of 78 or along 78 does not mean you can't get anything. As a matter of fact, we have our east central PA region has a 30% chance of some isolated thunderstorms, but I think the majority of the activity from a probability standpoint is going to be north of you. Going into Saturday, again, that front is not going to be able to move very far because this ridge hasn't really broken down yet. It's going to start to very gradually over the next couple of days start to break down and push away to the south and east. That's going to enable this front to move eastward, and you're going to have these scattered thunderstorms here in the afternoon and evening on Saturday. Now, this is not a total washout on Saturday. If you have outdoor plans on Saturday, yes, you will be dodging storms. No, it will not be an all-day thing. Okay, and it might be multiple. You could have training storms even. The problem here with Saturday is the precipitable water content is going to be extremely high. So you're going to have that's the primary threat from all these storms. I'm surprised the Storm Prediction Center actually doesn't have a risk assessment out here for, at least at the time this video was recorded, out here for Saturday. I think there's enough support there for some damaging wind gust at the very least. Surprised they don't even have a marginal risk out there for that yet, but they may do that in future updates, and I would actually expect them to do that. But as we go into Saturday, you can see this pop-up activity here. This is some very widely scattered thunderstorms here, but some of these storms are going to be putting down some serious rainfall. I think it's your primary threat from is heavy rain, some flash flooding. Might have to put up a flash flood watch across the region here on Saturday, depending on how this evolves. But I think you still have the opportunity for some of these to go rogue severe. You're going to have some, damaging wind gust potential with any of these individual cells here. And this will go generally after 2 o'clock. If you want to give me a time frame on Saturday, I'd say after 2 o'clock, 2 to about 8, 9, 10 o'clock is when you're looking at. Here's 8 o'clock, and then it just keeps going into about late evening. So 2 to 10. But the majority of your outdoor activities will be anything you have planned on Saturday after 2 o'clock is when you'll be running the risk for that. You're going to want to find your favorite radar and follow it that day. Okay, because these are going to be popping up, and they'll be soakers, very slow moving steering flow as well. They're not moving with a sense of purpose, so that's going to lead to that heavy rain threat. And again, you could have a couple storms hit over the same area, and some areas might not get hit at all. Okay, it's just one of those deals. Convection is not one of those things. I see a lot of comments about that all the time about, why did my area get missed from the thunderstorms yesterday, even though we had a severe thunderstorm watch? That's how convection works. Okay, it literally smokes one town, and the next town over is like, what storm, right? That's what happens with, there's no way that I can sit here and say, even though this model is trying to guess that there's going to be storms here, Saturday evening at 6 o'clock, it doesn't mean that's where it's going to be. It's just guessing, because it knows that the atmosphere is primed for this and where the trigger is, and it's saying, okay, well, maybe there should be some storms here at that time. It might be right. But you can't sit here and try to, pinpoint exactly what town's going to get hit. And it's one of those deals. That's what scattered is, and that's why we do percentages and probability, because that's what it is. Even the severe thunderstorm watches, just because they issue a severe thunderstorm watch, meaning the National Weather Service, doesn't mean that you're going to get any severe weather. Might not even get any storms. It might just be completely bone dry. We've had several of those. Several of you have mentioned that to me, that there's been several occasions of that this year where they have a severe thunderstorm watch and nothing happened in your particular area. That's the luck of the draw. It's the nature of the beast. That's what happens. That's what convection's all about. So these storms will go into Saturday evening, and then they'll dissipate. The next question is going to be Sunday. What happens with this front? The frontal boundary is going to move through Saturday night, Sunday. But is it going to be close enough where it stalls over our eastern regions and gives us another renewed threat of thunderstorms later in the day on Sunday? We don't know that yet. Okay, we're still trying to iron out the details of that. This front is going to stall and then dissipate in the Sunday-Monday time frame. Okay, it's going to just kind of fall apart and just go poof and disappear over our regions. Dissipate probably Monday. Okay, but Sunday you could have some isolated scattered thunderstorms here, especially in our eastern areas closest to that frontal boundary. Wherever that boundary sets up and where it stalls is going to dictate who gets what. Okay, so we're not quite there yet. We just know there's an opportunity here on Sunday. And then we get to Monday. The front is still kind of meandering the vicinity, so we still have, again, it's dissipating. It's kind of weakening and falling apart. So you're losing your trigger mechanism or the lift necessary to generate these storms. But you still have at least an isolated threat here on Monday until this finally goes away. And then Tuesday, I think, is a partly cloudy day. Wednesday, we have another little front dropping off from the north here that could give you some scattered thunderstorms, especially in our eastern areas here on Wednesday, and then back to partly cloudy skies here on Thursday. So as far as temperatures go, we're going to be pretty hot here through Saturday, still in the 90s in many areas here on Saturday. Once you get to Sunday, we go back down to the 80s, and I think we remain in the 80s. Some areas low to mid 80s generally for the remainder of the 7-day forecast period. So not terrible, not too chilly, not too hot. We have the next couple of days are going to be hot, but we'll have to get past that, and a lot of showers, thunderstorms, typical with summertime convection, we'll have to deal with over the next couple of days. I'm EPA WA meteorologist Bobby Marchers. That is your outlook for July 16th, 2021. Have a great Friday.